All right. So I want to say namaste, namaste to our family of light on Facebook Live. We missed you last week, but here we are. We had some technical issues going on, but the good news is that we are here this week. Again, our family of light is joining us on Zoom as well. For those on Facebook Live, probably some people know we come on around this time, but more than likely you will not see this until it comes into your feed later on. Know that the public is always invited to participate. In fact, many, many people who are part of the Anchoring Light family of light got to hear about us through Facebook and have from all around the world and have joined us. So it's great. It's open to the public. If you resonate with this, it is a call to, I say, light workers, star seeds, wanderers, those that say, hey, there's more going on. Beyond this planet Earth, I find my physical, mental, and emotional body in. So if that's an awareness that you do have, I would say most definitely, this is your tribe. We have come to the understanding and knowing that we are, in fact, interdimensional beings of such magnitude. So, what I do want to share in a little chat, and if anybody is new for the very first time here on Zoom, please do let me know. Names are looking familiar, but there's a lot of new people that come on too. So if you would just do me the favor, just go into chat and say, "Hey, I'm new," so we can welcome you. So I believe I had spoken the last time. I'm not going to go through it again. It wasn't on Facebook, but about how this time of year has always been about the light. Okay, it has been. So if you look at Hanukkah, it's the festival of lights. If you look at Christmas, the light to the world. Okay, if you look at Yule, okay, all of these type of things in the tree, and if you go into the tradition, so there are passages and there are certain points of cycles, okay, that come around, can be on a yearly basis, a monthly basis, a weekly basis, or way more than that. As you know, with the Mayan calendar, they go like, hundreds and thousands of year cycles, 60,000 year cycles. And the equinox is when you change into a new age. That's roughly about almost 4,000. It's 3,000 and something years. So there are all these different cycles that take place. And so what's the big deal around that? Well, these cycles bring in certain type of energetics that may not be available or present all the time. Well, if you really think about it, everything is in motion anyway, right? So, but there are certain times or nodes where things connect. And that's why the equinoxes and the solstices are pretty important because they are significant cycles. And well, for us on this planet, it affects, the harvest, the seasons, like how the moon affects the tides. And we're tied into all of that. And what happens there happens to us. And so it would be smart to pay attention. I would think like the Mayans did. They said, wow, like say, for example, okay, they did figure out what is known as the blood moon. All of us are familiar with the blood moon. But part of not being aware of the blood moon, okay, is how Christopher Columbus got an edge on some of the indigenous people he encountered. They already had a calculation knowing there's going to be a blood moon, but he kind of orchestrated it in a way for those that are not aware of it. And this is in ancient times too. That's why it's important to sort of be in the higher loop, okay, because he used that to manipulate it to say as if he's a god or things like that. So one of the things that's is good to be, there's so much that's out there, of course, but we never stop our pursuit to learn, expand, and garner wisdom. We never stop. It isn't like you get to a point, so I know it all. No, we're not even minuscule, not even close to that concept at all. But we take what we can where we are, and we digest this information to make known the unknown, to expand our awareness and our consciousness. And I tell you what, when you want to pursue that, when you want to say, you know what, I know there's more and I want to know more. And as in many scriptures, but most certainly as Jesus the Christ said, knock and the door will be open. Okay, they said that what, over 2,000 years ago? Knock and the door will be open. Okay, so this is the same cycle of time going around and around. They keep on knocking. It's another level, another level, another level, and that is your spiritual journey. And so what we want to do is embrace the unknown. Okay, now there's probably a lot out there that doesn't want you to embrace the unknown, because guess what? You'll get wise. You're like, hey, I know what that blood moon is all about. That's nothing. That's no supernatural. It's because of the angle and the so you become aware of what a blood moon is, right? You can't be that manipulated anymore. Well, guess what? And where we are, we're no longer going to be manipulated as we have been manipulated for eons, eons and eons of time. Just because ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance, absolutely 100% is not bliss. So what we want to do, as I said, is we continue our pursuit to study. Now I have to say my own personal journey. I've hit a whole new quantum of understanding that I did not have before. Like a whole new quantum. It's like there were certain things that I had read in the past, and I kind of, you read it, even though you may not understand it on this level. Don't forget, there's other levels of yourself that do understand, right? And that's why also when we use pictures, a pictograph can say many, many things. Okay, without having to mentally, which is very limited, understand it. That's why symbolism is so important. Symbolism says just a mirage of information. So because we're not just here, we're in so many different levels. That's the thing about it. And as you start to wake up to this, then other things start to make sense. So on our journey, which is continued, okay, nobody could say, well, I got it. You got this section, you got this section, but you do not have it because it's ongoing. And even the ascended masters, their journey is ongoing. These amazing radiant beings of light, they know up to a point as Thoth, the Egyptian god Thoth, who's also, they say, is the same being as Hermes Trismegistus, right? Hermes is where the Hermetic principles come from, which I will be teaching a class in 2023 on that. But the whole concept behind that, he says, there's a point of unknowable. Unknowable. That's what they call it, the unknowable. So, but in the meanwhile, okay, we're, I think, a far distance from the unknowable part. Okay, we have all these other worlds ahead of us. The key is that we continue to pursue our own knowledge. We are seekers of truth. And that seeker of truth or truths, because it could be multiple ones depending on the perspective. It's not just one like that. I've come to learn that too. Okay, is that as in our perception, is that as you move forward in that, things begin to unfold. You become more of a sovereignty in your own right. You begin to now not go horizontal and looking for answers, but going on the vertical looking for answers, because you've tapped into those other areas over there. And that is your guiding light. That's what Jesus the Christ, so many Shiva, they've always talked about this higher wisdom that you can tap into. So anyway, I want to leave that with everyone right now. We're going to get ready for our anchoring light meditation. Again, for those of you who would like to join us, just look on our Facebook page for the anchoring light transmission meditation and just register. Once you register, you can come on board at any time. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say namaste and greetings in this beautiful season of light. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Yule, and all the other festivities that honor light to the planet. Namaste.